In this chapter, we'll demonstrate the multiple cuts utilizing onion. First, we'll start off with the small dice. Once again, always look at your station. Make sure that it's uniform, neat, and sanitized. Always make sure your knife is sharp and make sure your product is clean. As you can see here, the onion is already peeled. The tip is still on, as well as the base. First thing we want to do, holding the onion steadily in your hand, you want to make sure that you remove the tip. Rotate it on the back end. We don't want to remove all of this. We just want to remove just the very, very fine end of this onion here, as you can see. And these pieces go into the unusable waste scrap. Okay? Now what we want to do is cut the onion in half. Position the onion in the center of the cutting board, reposition your body, hold the onion steady, cut straight through. Place the onion on the half, and then we begin with the cut. The first cut that I want to demonstrate is a dice. This is where we're going to cut the onion on an angle all the way around and then go into the dice cut. First thing we want to do is position the onion towards the body. The blade at a slight angle, beginning at the base, thumb in place, keeping it secure, the knuckles in place as a guide to the knife, and slowly and gently make slices all the way around. As you can see, we're not going all the way through to the end of the onion. We just want to take it about 3/4 of the way around. If the onion splits on you, just bring it back together, reposition it, and it's safe and you can continue. Any pieces that you see that's flying out like this, just collect those pieces and we can use them for stock and other items, and they go into usable waste. Turn the onion from facing us to the right side of the cutting board. We want to position our hand so that we're able to grip the onion without allowing the onion to move. 1/8 of an inch slices all the way across, delivering the dice. The first cut is a waste cut, so you want to make sure that you remove that up front. And this goes into the usable waste. Usable waste of onions can go into stock and other items. If you have a piece that gets in the way, just stop, remove it, continue. Make sure your knuckles are pointing back, your fingers are not in place of the knife, and once you get to the end, stop, reposition. At this point here, I like to evaluate the cuts and remove any that's inconsistent. The more you practice, the more consistent your cut will be. Once again, clear your cutting board. It's very easy for the onion to get on your hand. Feel free to scrape that off. Make sure your hands are clean. Station is organized. Always remove all debris before continuing. Now we want to demonstrate the small dice utilizing the cross method. Once again, reposition the onion facing you, thumb in place, knuckles bent, knife at a slight angle. Once again, all the way across, about 3/4 of the way across the onion. Once you get to the end, slow down, angle your knife, take it to the end. Reposition your onion, turn it to the right. From here, it's very important that you hold the knife securely, hold the onion securely, and make clean cuts 3/4 of the way through. Bring the onion to the edge of the cutting board so that you're easy to get to, and bring it across very easily. You want to make 3 cuts, 2, 3. Now you also can make the cuts prior to making your slices, but in this method, we did the slices last. Now what we want to do is reposition the onion, make sure that we got a nice grip, knuckles in place, blade up against the knuckles, first cut. Once you get to the end, once more, clear your knife, inspect your cuts. It's a little bit more uniform this way. As you can see, there's a few pieces that stands out. I want to make sure we remove those. Clean container, onions into the container. And here, you have a small dice of onion, 2 ways. Now, the next cut we're going to demonstrate is the julienne cut. What we want to do, once again, take our onion, make sure that it's clean, nice, no blemishes, of good quality. We want to go trim the top, as well as some of the bottom. The ends, unusable ways. Now what we want to do, reposition the onion, the knife, 1 clean cut in the middle, lay it flat. Now, with the julienne, there's 2 ways you would like to do it. One is from north to south, going from the top to the bottom. You want to position the onion closer to the end of the cutting board, knife in place, thumb in place, knuckles and fingers tucked in, and we want to make clean slices. Once you get to a point, you want to stop. Now, what we want to do, I'm going to show you another technique of julienne and onion. Before, we went from north to south. Now we want to cut east to west. So we want to position the onion towards the end of the cutting board, thumb in place, knuckles in place, fingers tucked in, knife at a slight angle, and we want to make nice 1/4 of an inch cuts. Lay it flat. Look at the table. If you have any debris there, you want to take that product and put it into your unusable waste. You don't want to add it to your finished product here. At least now it can be clean, it can be cooked, and used for other items.